Hello and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac. Things are different again. I'm sorry, but I took a bit of a break to get my audio set up in a much different way. So I hope that for you, I don't sound worse. And if I do, immediately, please. What a weird place for the boss room to be. If I do, tell me immediately, but be kind. It took me a little bit to set this all up, but this episode will have me explain to you a little bit of a lore about the channel, a little bit of background information that you might not know, and we're going to dive into that a little bit, and it will explain why I have different audio now. And I'm hoping that it sounds better. It should, by all reason and logic, all known laws of aviation. I should be coming through to you realistically clearer than I ever have. I don't know if that's going to be the case, but there's some changes that I made to my audio now where it should be a lot more consistent. There's new settings placed on my microphone that make it so that I can no longer like actually peak it. I can't ever get too loud now. Well, that's not necessarily true, but like with the way I have my audio set up now, there should never be a time where I should save that key or that bomb where I become unbearably loud during a video, because I have it limited now to where I cannot exceed a certain volume threshold. Like my microphone will no longer let me do that, which is really nice. And also a lot of background noise, if not all background noise, should be completely eliminated now. So I tested it, and like if I was click-clacking around on my keyboard, if I'm being like obscenely kind of silly about it, right? If I'm intentionally just smashing my keyboard, you'll hear it, right? But if I'm just playing a game, you should no longer ever pick up keyboard noise from me unless I for some reason make the absolute mistake of getting a mechanical keyboard. I hate mechanical keyboards. They're way too loud. I prefer chiclets, sue me. But disregarding that, there should be a lot less unwanted audio. So like when I fall silent, it should actually fall silent on microphone levels now completely, which is nice. It should mean that you'll hear less computer noise and less kind of staticky fuzz in the background, which I was having a lot of before. And I wanted to eliminate it. I really did. I did not like that it was there, and I didn't really know how to rectify it, but now I think I should have it handled. So if you go back in my history, how long ago was this? This would had to be, yeah, I'm really trying to think. I'm kind of racking my brain on how long ago this would be. At least 2 years. I think 3, maybe even 4 years ago. I'm like almost not kidding. Was like the impetus of me wanting to start a YouTube channel. That's how long ago I had a glint in my eye about wanting to try and play the YouTube game. And I just did the ever so common but fatal mistake of not just starting and doing it. You know, there's so many people I've heard who were like, yeah, I wanted to do YouTube, but I just didn't. And that's kind of the end of that story. And I kind of fell into that pit as well, because I got a gaming PC for the first time ever, which okay, Isaac. Spawning that guy on top of me is like, that's actually bad manners. And I'm pretty upset about that. But so I got a gaming PC, and it was a pretty entry-level thing at the time, middle of the road, you know, where it could run anything that was out, but not on high settings. You know, I couldn't run, excuse me. I couldn't run like incredible tech spec games. Like I couldn't at high settings, right? So I could run The Witcher 3 technically. Did it look good? No, it looked terrible. It looked worse than if it were to be run on like it looked worse than like the PS4 copy. I can tell you that for certain. But it could run it. Like it could still physically run the game. And then I ended up buying a microphone, which is what you're hearing me on right now. At the time, I did not know that OBS was a thing, which is what I record all of my things through now. it's a godsend. It's a wonderful program. Literally, like, especially because it's free. If this whole thing ever makes me some money, they are getting a donation from yours truly. They have to, because of how incredible this software is. But disregarding that, at the time I didn't know it existed, and being fair, I don't know when OBS started. I'm pretty sure it did exist back then, but it might have been a much smaller thing or much less heard of or whatever have you. I don't know what the scoop is on it. Please other than placing a bomb, which would have been a colossal waste, I don't know what we could have done about that. But anyway, I didn't know that existed at the time, so I had to find other methods to try and record my audio. And the first video I ever tried recording was... Okay, so the first video I ever tried recording was actually an editorial. Funny enough, which, coming from a guy who does zero editing, that's rich. Hey, pause button. Give me an orbital and we should win. I would love to fight War right now, actually. I think that'd be the best boss for us right now. Or just any boss that gives us a deal with the devil that gives us Sack Dagger. Actually, I don't even think we have Sack Dagger in the game. But anyway, so I had to find alternative ways to record, and the first video I tried recording, yeah, that's where it was an editorial, and it was about platformers, actually, because now keep in mind, bear well in mind, this is a long time after I got my computer, like probably a year after I got my computer that I actually started doing anything with it, and my microphone. I bought them and then did nothing. I sat on them for ever and was just like, yeah, I'll get around to it, and then never did, right? It was just kind of, oh, stop, don't be a fool about your dodging, dude. You just play smarter, please. Simple geometry. But so it took me a long time to work up the courage to even try, and then when I tried, it was because Yooka-Laylee had just come out, which I was unbelievably excited for, because two of my favorite games of all time are Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie. I will forever... We're taking flight, by the way. I will forever love those games. Those games will always mean something to me. And I don't know how anything could ever, like, dethrone those games from my memory. Like, I don't think anything could ever sour their memory for me. I just love them. And Yooka-Laylee came out, which was, if you know the history, was the like follow-up game by remnants of the original Rare, which made Banjo-Kazooie, and they were making a 3D platformer collectathon, which is what a broad stroke series of terms rather, to talk about Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie. So I was stoked. Like I was through the roof, because I wanted to play those games so bad again. Like I wanted something to do what those games did, but just give me a new experience of exactly that. And Yooka-Laylee came out, and I was really disappointed by it. It's not as bad as a lot of people made it out to be. It isn't. It's a fine game, but fine isn't good enough for what that game could have and should have been, right? That game should have been another masterpiece, and it wasn't, for various reasons. And the editorial was going to be me talking over kind of edited gameplay of both of the games, and kind of finding a way to put those together. And it was going to be very minimal editing, and it was going to be my way of teaching myself how to edit and just going for it, right? But wow, that was the best use of a bomb I've ever had, I think. But I recorded it, so I didn't realize at the time that if you intend to do an editorial type thing, you should probably write a script first, because I ended up doing a partial script, because I was like, well, I can kind of get the feel for it, and I'm much better at off the cuff than I am at rehearse things, which is very true. I am terrible at rehearse things, but it's hard to place my feelings on it, because like a rehearsed article like that is going to be better 10 times out of 10 if you rehearse what you intend to put out there. and you write a fully complete script, and then you just work through your, by you I mean me, my inadequacies of being terrible at reciting rehearsed things, and just get better at either A, doing it, or B, editing out the parts where I screw it up. It will eventually create a much better and coherent product than, very angry about that, than if you don't. And to that end, I tried to do some type of weird hybrid, and it ended out, like, even at the time when I was, you know, young, dumb, and you know the rest, that was almost an incredible shot by them. I've never seen one of these, like, spewing half of like or 2/3 of a fatty shoot with this much accuracy and deadly precision. Like, I've never had them shoot at me that much. But even at the time, when I knew almost literally nothing, I knew that it had come out really bleak and not happy. Like, it made it seem like I hated games and hated life, because I was like, this game sucks and everything sucks and I'm angry. And I didn't mean it to come across that way, because I actually didn't think the game sucked. I just didn't think it was as good as it should be, and I was so disappointed that instead of the video coming across as games could and should be better, and that I'm hopeful that eventually they will be, it came across as this game should have been better, and I'm impossibly disappointed that it isn't. And both seem similar, but there's a core difference to the ideas, you know. And I think we're just gonna buy HP. Just being completely honest with you, I think we need that more than just about anything else right now. Get me out of here. Tarot Cloth will take without really much second thought to it. What do you got? 2 of spades. Yeah, just give me 24 keys. Why not? But it just came across as A, too sad for no reason, and B, no, I should have checked. It came across as just like not really coherent. It didn't get the point across the way I wanted it to, so I ended up scrapping it. I just deleted it without even actually really listening to it back, because I was like, well, this just kind of sucks, and I think that's enough for me to say I don't, without hearing it again, I know that it's not good enough to post anywhere. So I just deleted it and moved on. I got really upset. And I should mention that, like, in order to work my courage up to record, this was back when I was living in my apartment, I ended up, even though I was alone in my own apartment, because I had neighbors like next door, i.e. like out the hall and across the hall from me, I ended up putting up a bunch of blankets in front of my door, so that way, like, as little audio could escape as possible as I was doing this, because I was horrified at the idea that some stranger would hear me recording these things. And honestly, I still am. As sad as that may seem, I hate the idea of, like, someone, love Infestation 2, by the way, again, would love an Orbital more, but love it. But it's weird, right? Like, I'm okay with a stranger on YouTube or some such hearing me do this, but I'm not okay with some stranger in real life hearing me record it for YouTube. It's something about the interface, right? It meshes better in my mind if it's faceless, nameless, and locationless. I don't know why, but I guess the added layer of, like, partial anonymity helps me, but I don't know why it would. Either way, I think it's just an anxiety type of thing. Much like Stone Temple Pilots' song, sex type thing. Sorry, I forgot the exact name of it and was about to just say Wicked Garden, which is a very different song. Good song. I like both, actually, but just different, right? Not the song I'm going for. But anywho, so the next video I tried recording, and this was the first ever gaming video I ever tried to do, and let me tell you before we get off, you will never see it. Why? Because it's been deleted. Because after I recorded it, I was super disappointed, actually, because I thought it was good. I liked what I made for that video. Ah, no, I wanted a real item, and you're gonna give me Little Chad, and I don't even know if I want to pick that up, because I hate Little Chad. It's so bad. Eat that, buddy. But so I recorded a part 1 of me playing. Oh, I hate this item. it's fine, and it's good in conjunction with either A, having a lot of red hearts, or B, having demon dark bone. That's the one. I almost said demon baby. I'm like, that's not right. And I would have been correct in being incorrect, or in calling out my incorrectness, I suppose. But anyway, I recorded a part 1 of a Borderlands Let's Play, actually, and there's some jokes that I made in that I was like, man, that's actually pretty funny. I like that I did blank, and I was surprised that I found things I liked in it, because I was so anxious about even recording it that I was like, I'm probably gonna hate this once I record it, because I don't like hearing my own voice. And that was true at the time, not so much anymore. I don't mind hearing my own voice back now, but back then I was like, I can't stand to hear my own voice, and I don't want to deal with this. By the way, this is a room that looks familiar to longtime Isaac viewers. Is a room that killed me like 5 times in a single run, because we had Dead Onion, I think, and many other misfortunate items and effects, and we never got off the ground. The reason we kept coming back was Guppy's collar, and it was a nightmare, and I'm glad it's over for now. But anyway, there were several jokes I made that I was like, you know what, that's actually pretty funny, and I want to emulate that again. So just know that I'm gonna rip myself off if I ever go back and do a Borderlands series, which I would love to do. I love Borderlands 1 and 2. 3 exists, but I love 1 and 2 to almost no end. I think they're fantastic games, and that's another the 3rd installment of that series was a pretty massive disappointment for me, but it is what it is. Either way, I will totally rip off some of my jokes that I made from the original time playing that I would put in, and you would never know because they aren't funny. But I like them. They make me laugh, and that's enough for me to say I would put them in a coming back video. And it's not even necessarily like jokes that I made, or like it's just like there's one thing in particular that I can remember. And so here's a little, all right, bomb synergies it is. Here's a little spoilerino for you if I ever do make this series again. But one of the things I really liked that I did that made me laugh, and I don't know if it's funny, but it made me laugh, and that's good enough, was anytime a character would talk and I did not care, I would just go, and I would like wiggle my camera along as though I were nodding in real life. I don't know why I thought this was so funny, but at the time it had me in stitches. That I like after recording it, I was like, that was a good bit, and I liked that. I liked acting like I was actually talking to these people, but totally just ignoring them anyway. So like I liked that I did that, but then, you know, the problem set in that once I finished the recording, which I don't even remember how I recorded the game audio. I think I recorded it through like a screen capture, like Windows app. It was a nightmare. So I recorded it and I put the two together, and come to find out, my recording audio on the microphone was legitimately almost entirely not audible. Take this, because if you're going to take the other one, you have to take them both anyway. And then we're not going to use Guppy's Paw because we can't. Although we could take it to the next... Ooh, geez, I'm sorry. I just smacked my microphone. Did not mean to do that. If you heard that, I'm so sorry. I have to get used to the fact that there's a freaking boom arm in my face at all times. The problem is pause button wins us the game if we get an orbital. But if we don't get an orbital, we're carrying it for literally no reason. But Guppy's Paw is only realistically going to be useful to us once, maybe twice. And once we've already picked it up, we have the Guppy transformation kind of locked in. I'm going to say take the pause button, because Guppy's Paw can't win you the game. Now, I will say, if any of these pills are an HP upgrade...
One makes you larger. Range down.
Alright, good. Get me out of here. Glitter bombs. I should have stayed. That's okay. It doesn't matter. It's whatever. But yeah, I listened back, and my recorded audio through the microphone, literally inaudible. Not entirely inaudible, but near as makes no difference to inaudible. I almost literally could not hear myself, and I was gutted, dude. Like, so much so that I did not try recording another video after that until this channel, which was literally years later. The microphone just got put in the shelf somewhere, and I forgot about it entirely, actually. And being fair, it's not an expensive microphone. In fact, it's an incredibly cheap microphone. I think I paid for the microphone plus boom stand and everything else. I'm pretty sure altogether, and I should mention the driver, like the extender or whatever you want to call it, for that gives it like power, the external power supply that gives it more juice in the line. That and the boom and the mic, I'm pretty sure all together cost maybe 40, maybe 60 bucks. Like, normally just a microphone for a complete entry-level one is like 100, and I paid much, very much, oh so much less than that. Wait, I'm an idiot, because 1 cube of meat wins us the game. Remember the exact thing you've been complaining about this whole time, dummy? This is your solution to that right here. It's gonna suck for a little bit. I'm gonna promise you that, but we already went there, so we'll hang on to this. But like, this is exactly what you were complaining about not having, and then you almost pass it up because you're a fool. Don't ever let my idiocy surprise you, is the thing. And come to think of it, I actually really like the Chariot card now because we have an orbital. But pause button, the only other thing we need now to be like, yep, we're set, period, is the like 9-volt, I think it's called. The battery that gives us a quicker charge is the only thing we need. Oh baby, you love to see it. What do you got? Good enough. Take it. Why are we huge? Is it that was just the one makes you larger, right? But yeah, so I was just I was in a really bad way because I was like, man, this sucks. I worked so hard on trying to make this video and finally working up my courage to perform and try and put it on YouTube and yada yada blah blah blah, and I ended up throwing it away, and then that just disheartened me and made me not want to do it again until my you did spawn, but I got too close. Until my good friend Chris ended up much later on the line got me okay, we're just gonna stand here and just wait for Cube of Meat to roll around because I'm gonna keep hurting myself if I don't. Ended up getting me in my very own headset, which he got me my first headset, and I was very excited to have that, and I was happy about it, and still am. It was a good headset, but I ended up getting rid of it because he ended up getting me a better headset later. So shout outs to Chris, by the way. But we're gonna go. No, we're not. We don't need to go back to the shop. We're fine. 99 keys though, kind of happening. But either way, once he got me the new headset, that was what I recorded all of the previous Isaac video, or all other videos on. The only reason that my audio quality changed because I changed computers and many other things. And now here we are, many days, weeks, months, even years after the initial attempt later, with me with the original microphone I had. And yeah, come on. With glitter bombs, this is actually kind of funny. I know that that's going to seem really stupid. Oh, it doesn't glitter bombs? Well, oh, it totally does. Ah! Okay, horrible idea. Regret. Pause. Oh, he's already dead. Okay, well, heal up. See what you got here. What do you got? What do you got? Luck down, explosive diarrhea. Okay, take it. Run. Oh, you're alive, though. Okay, shoot him. Shoot him. No. Give me a... Yeah. Go like this. Get me out of here. What a fool I am, but it's also really funny. I'm digging this. Yeah, just... Oh, whoa. Excuse me. We need HP, and we're probably going to die because I'm an idiot, but I'm also having fun with this. If we don't die, this will be actually a really silly run that I'm okay with because it's entirely my fault. But if we do die, well, this game sucks, and why do people make me play this? Or whatever. Obviously, I'm kidding. But no, so yeah, I was using that headset, and you know, again, my audio changed a couple times with that headset in and of itself because of various extraneous circumstances. But now here we are, where I was going through my stuff again, and I kind of remembered that I had this microphone and was like, why am I not using that? And it just like my only response I had to myself was, I don't know. And then I was like, well, because it didn't work. But then I realized, well, I haven't tried it in a long time, so if it doesn't work, why don't I just get rid of it then? It's taking up space, I don't need it to, and like why would you keep it around at that point, right? Oh, bad damage. Yeah, I think that was an extremely wise use of the chariot there. You may disagree, but we were gonna get hit on that second barrage. Luck up, love to see it. Speed down, hate to see it. 48-hour energy. You see it. Sure, we will pause button. Excuse me. Okay, right. Pause button doesn't work on these fools, so ooh, thank you. Man, I gotta tell you, I'm okay with taking the tower, even though it's hit us twice now. I think it's funny, and it's given us a bunch of consumables, so it's paid for itself as well in damage, I think, by giving us the things it's given us. So I'm like,
I'm excited.
That's one way to put it. Bombs are key. Doesn't matter. Luck up does matter. But yeah, I was like, if it's just taking up space, just get rid of it. Test it again. Make sure that it truly does. Black Candle, I love you. I'm sorry if that's too forward, but I can't tell you how happy I am to see. I placed this just so. Yes. Beautiful. And got exactly the amount of money we needed too. That was good play, if I do say so myself. But anyway, I just came to the conclusion that like if it's taking up space and you don't need it, get rid of it. And there's a lot of things I'm getting rid of actually. Anyone looking to buy some pop figures? Hit me up. No, I mean, like, I actually am selling my pop figures, but I'm not trying to freaking scalp them through my YouTube channel where, you know, the only people that watch are my friends who wouldn't want them. Excuse me, I'm sorry. But no, I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff, and I'm just trying to like create a more Marie Kondo approved lifestyle, you know, things that spark joy only. And I think, you know, regardless of memeing, I actually do think there is something to, like, you know, hey, mindfully only buy things that you enjoy, only have things around you that mean something to you or matter in some facet, right? Don't just clutter your living space with stuff you do not care about. And I agree with that. I think that that's something that I should at least take under advisement. And to that end, I've realized that like a lot of the collectibles and things I own, I don't want anymore. They take up space, and as much as I liked them at the time. This is an XL floor, huh? Is it? I'm sorry, is that a Reese Darby bit? Yeah, they're very good. Are they? Sure. But, you know, disregarding that nonsense, and however you feel about that, because I don't have time to talk about that. We're too busy dying at Isaac or whatever. So because of all that, right, as a direct result of me wanting to do that stuff, I decided to just take out the mic and try it out. And this is a mom floor, huh? Let's go ahead and press that there button and oh, hey, oh no, get me out of here. Okay, we're okay. So okay that I think we can afford to start shooting again, because then we can wait for that to come down, and then we can just stand into it, because the foot, once it lands, can't hurt you. I'm a genius, don't you know? And she's got, what can I say? Best player in the world. 48-hour energy. Not bad. What do you got? Empress, it's fine. High Priestess, also fine. What are you? One makes you larger. Take it. Who cares? Stompy. Crunchy crunch. Go in here. What do they got? Nope. So what do we take? I think 48-hour energy, honestly. Call me crazy. But yeah, so I took it out and plugged it all in and found out that actually it works well. It's not that the microphone was quiet. or that like the audio just didn't work at the time. It's that the software I was using sucked, and the software I was using wasn't OBS, so it didn't pick up anything I wanted it to, and oh no. Yep, kind of. Okay, so that was horrible. You hate to see it, and yet we aren't punished that badly. Kind of love to see the no punish, honestly. What are you? Funny. But yeah, I ended up, you know, plugging it in, and it worked really well. Actually, so well that I could prove it to you. And, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna prove it to you. Check this out. So let me set down my controller here that I've been playing Isaac with. So I'm gonna tab over just so that I can make sure it's still working in OBS, which is what I'm recording with. I know it's a half-an-hour video, and now I'm doing a stunt, but here we are. So I'm gonna take off my headset. That's off, and I'm gonna go across my room and talk, and just you'll see. Oh God, sorry. Okay, I am literally at least 6 feet away from my mic. So that was me literally moving as far across my room as I currently can right now. And whoa, my goodness. And being fair with me running this microphone now, I have changed a lot of settings on OBS, and that's why I was like, hey, I don't know how this is going to sound for you guys. And I truly don't. I'm going to have to listen back to it and check it out. I hate this. Hate this. There's only one. All right, well, glitter bombs, give me life. Why? You know what? Why don't I just start spending some glitter bombs to try and get some HP, get some soul hearts or whatever. Oh, why don't I do that? Like what? Look at this. Already paying out dividends here. Sure. Explosive diarrhea. Like, look at this. You know what? I feel very foolish for not thinking of this sooner, but also I feel like a genius for now thinking of it. For just being like, hey, you know what? This would be a good idea, and then it working. I wasn't even super certain that these could pay off with HP, but now that I know they can, pretty happy with it. So we're going to be here for a little bit, but yeah, so I've changed a lot of settings on OBS for my audio, and so I'm good. I know I sound different now, and sorry if you don't like it, but I think it's going to stick. I think it's pretty well off, and you know, branching out from that, you know, the microphone seems to work pretty well, and things seem to be going okay with it. So I'm going to try and stick with this from now on. But yeah, it can pick me up from a decent distance, and I don't have to wear my headset, which was giving me headaches from before. I am currently wearing it, and honestly, if I do like webcam stuff in the future, which I do intend to eventually, what I'll end up doing is I'll end up probably wearing this just for the effect to get maximum gamer cred. Oops. Do not take the speed down, please. Yeah. Look at this. My genius never ceases to amaze me. Are we not getting payouts anymore? No, we are. Okay. There's a good chance that like it's not wanting to spawn that many more consumables, which you know, neither here nor there. I've broken the game much worse than this. Take a look up. But do we have golden bombs before? Doesn't matter now because we can just bombs our key once we start running low. But yeah, so what was I going on about? Oh yeah, wearing the headset and stuff. So like the headset, I can now not have to wear every time. I don't have to be tied to just this headset. I can take it off. I can wear just earbuds sometimes, and that's going to be a lot more comfortable for me. I know that's going to sound weird because some people don't like having in-ear earbuds, but for me, like this headset, I don't know what it is, but it does give me pretty sincere headaches after a while of using it. What are you? Bombs are key. Yeah, just rock that right away. Then where's my 48-hour energy pill? Right there, and then we're out. Look at that. I again feel like the smartest man alive, and now that I realize that as long as we don't die to a single room, we have like unlimited potential to like just always refill our HP. Like we could with 90 more bombs plus Curse of the Tower, we could probably refill our HP 2 to 3 more times, depending on how lucky we get. Like from 0.
Lemon party.
But yeah, so I have now the option to do things that'll compensate for fatigue that I get from wearing this headset. And don't get me wrong, it's actually a wonderful headset and I love it, and I would recommend it to almost everyone. It's just that it like crushes my ears a little bit after I use it for like 2-3 hours, and it because of that will give me headaches, so I just have to be careful. But like, it's high key my issue. I don't think anyone else has complained about it, and I think it's just because it's heavy. Sure, let's just be huge, dude. See if I care. Alright. Awesome, almost dead. Lock down pill, no thanks. Just wait for the... Oh, well, never mind. Alright. But yeah, I now have options with that. That feels really nice to be able to say, like, yeah, I can just, you know, do things now that will ease a lot of tension for me. And it'll also make me look like an absolute real gamer when I start doing webcam stuff, and you can see that I'm using a real headset. Oh, hey, we have mapping. So to the right is going to be that special room, and then down or left is the boss. It's pretty deceptive with a lot of the... Whoa, hey. Hey, no, ho, whoa. With some of the boss room spawns like this, you never know if it's like the logical way or it just makes no sense which way you're actually supposed to go. Get me out of here. Good. Oh, man. If we could get explosion immunity, I'd be the happiest little boy. But I don't think we can. That's has the word explosive in the title, I guess. Again, I think that this... We're going to do it in here this time. Why? Because I can. Did it work any better? Not really, but... Sure, we'll play both of you. You could have HP for me. What are you? Lemon party? Alright, well. What do you got? Luckfoot? Sure. HP, though, would be great. Mapping would also be acceptable, but I'd prefer HP. Haha, very funny. But yeah, so now I can use this, and like the mount I bought all those years ago, and the mic I bought all those years ago actually work, and I think sound well enough. Okay. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty pleased that it's all working out. Sure, you know, we have a guppy item. Just check it out. Never know. It could have even been a HP down. 48-hour energy, please. Is 48-hour energy even a good pill for us? Not really, but it's worth more than carrying nothing, I think. So why not at this point? Is really the way I'm looking at it. And right there. So yeah, I'm excited. Like I said, it looked like all signs pointed for us to go down there, but it's actually go left to get to the boss room. Who knew? So yeah, that's really all I had to get off my chest, is that this episode, in between the last 2 episodes for Isaac, not whatever other series is up on the channel or you're watching or whatever, I have changed my audio. I have worked it out in a way that this is the way it should sound kind of from here on out. Until it changes. Right, because it's gonna eventually change, right? Like if I keep doing this, eventually I want to get a better microphone, I want to sound better. I might even get like sound padding, although I think a lot of the settings I have make it so I don't necessarily need it, because of, you know, a lot of the software around microphones has gotten like insanely nice to kind of work with and really pleasant and easy. So I think that it's not really a main concern for us to, or for me to upgrade that aspect of what I'm doing here, but eventually we can consider doing some like sound padding, and that's also something that like it gives you gamer cred. So we're looking for that because we want to be the world's most notorious gamer, or whatever. But yeah, like I said, just please give me your input. Let me know if it sounds good, sounds worth listening to or not. If not, we can go back or we can change stuff. Yes, I am going to keep taking those pills, by the way. You cannot stop me. I am a menace to society. I should be stopped, but you can't. You're honestly not strong enough. And you should be very afraid. Nice, actually. Love to see it. Double love to see it. We're gonna be big and fast. Like Brock Lesnar. Or who's the Baron Corbin? He's a fast boy. He do the weird run around the outside of the ring and then give you a clothesline, which you could just stay in the ring for, but he doesn't. Ah. We're huge, and I love it. What's the what's the game Dead and Loving It? Is that yeah, actually, you know what? I could tell you if it's what I'm thinking of. Hang on. No, it's not. Sorry, I thought we're huge, dude. I thought it was Stubbs the Zombie, which is a game that I absolutely adore, and I feel like not enough people know about or ever played, and it's way too expensive now for anyone to reasonably get it. And honestly, someday I might try and find a way to play it on the channel, because it's a treat. But you know, that's a game where love to see it, where you play as a zombie and you try and create a zombie horde and defeat humans, and it's really fun. There's very few games out there where you play as a zombie and it's played up for laughs, right? It's kind of like Destroy All Humans in that sense, where it's meant to be just kind of silly and everyone knows it, and you know, it's I don't know how much bigger we can get, but I'm gonna keep going because this is I think this might be by far the largest I've ever seen Isaac get. By the way, we're not just here for no reason. I am still trying to find HP. That's why I'm actually doing this, because I want to be at full HP if we're facing a boss, but it doesn't work out that way. C'est la vie. No, I think range down would be a pretty big mistake right now. Look at how big our shadow is, dude. My goodness. Literally, I'm just trying to get more HP. That's it. We get bigger, so be it. But HP is the name of the game. It's gonna sound stupid, but that makes it insanely easier to see what we're doing. Oops, didn't mean to play that, but it is what it is. What are you? Lemon Party. All right. So Lemon Party, interestingly, doesn't play off of how big we are. Like, what's the benefit of being this large? I don't know if there is one. I don't think there is a benefit, actually, to being this big. I think we are over any threshold of size that would matter. Now it's just going to be confusing for us to find anything. It's like when you get way too small for your own good. Speed up, sure, let's go. Get faster. Because I've done that before too, where I've actually been invisible before. Yes, you can still get hit. Kind of stupid. I agree. Yeah, give me more speed, dude. Let's be the fastest, biggest boy you've ever seen. Hermit card, no thank you. I just get me to full HP. I beg of you. Alright, I'm trying to pick up all these stray bombs. Because at the end of this, yes, I will be using the bombs or key pill to flip our bombs and keys, because our bombs are worth so much more than our keys right now. And in fact, bombs can become keys. That's actually pretty decent as well, I think. What do you? Speed up? Sure. Go even faster. Wheel of Fortune, play it and blow it up. What do you got? Man, what on earth was I even talking about before this? I don't remember. We've been in this room for like 10 minutes now. That's a shame. We should really stop. And you know what? You'd be right. I agree. Give me one here. Let's flip those. Understand though, we will probably be doing this again, and to finish out this run, I think we will. Oh my god! I think. Okay, I thought there was another one. Oops. Go again. think. Yep. At the end of this run, I think I am gonna just to test it, see how big we can get. I think we'll use all of the bombs, and that'll just be kind of like a for me thing. You don't gotta stick around for that, but I'm gonna stick around for that because I just want to see. I want to see what we can become, what kind of monster I can be. We are. Oh my gosh! Did she just take damage by like being behind where I was? I don't know what our hitbox is anymore, and I am very ecstatic about that. We're probably gonna die because of how big I am, and that's excellent. Honestly, I could not be happier about that development. Mom's knife, I think, would be really funny. Oh my god, our orbital is so small that we can't use it anymore. Just give me Mom's knife. I don't care. This is fun. Oh, and the mom transformation. Why not? And take with you explosive diarrhea, because why not? Wish we had explosion immunity, but let's go. Oh boy, so thank you for, oh my oh, this is so good, dude. I don't even know what can hit us or how or where. This is just a cluster. This is a nightmare. This is a nightmare of my own creation, and I'm so happy about it. Thank you, Isaac, for giving me a goofy run that I wanted to play. I can't even see these guys without going above. Oh boy. Yeah, so microphone and all that, right? You know the drill now. It's I'm sorry that commentary died like 10-15 minutes ago. It's just, I mean, look at this. Look at how absurdly large this boy is, and try and tell me that this isn't worth your time. Because I'll tell you, I don't believe you. If you aren't vibing with this, I don't know what you would vibe with. Okay, so now we need to be on survival mode again. Speed down, range down. I'm excited. Absolutely not. I mean, yeah, I think it's about time we start blowing up and trying to survive. What do you got for me? Yes, by the way, I am still going to be taking every single one makes you larger pill I see. That is non-negotiable. It's the bet I've made, and we are lying in it. But I'm also, you know what? Well, yeah, no, keep spending, because we need to. I need to be sure we can get to the boss room. Part of me was like, we shouldn't be doing this until we get to Isaac, you know, until we know that we can fight him. But on the other hand, I was like, well, we don't know that we can. Excuse me, I was thinking about saving the bombs and doing this again when we got to the Isaac room, but I just don't know if we can survive that long without farming up some HP now, because we were down to 1 red heart, right? And I just don't have confidence that we could survive with that. Oh, we have now potentially broken the game. And by potential, I mean almost certainly. If we have some patience, Dice Shard here is insane, because we can just transform literally everything on the ground. And in fact, you know what? I'm gonna come in here and drop Dice Shard, and yeah, sure, drop Bulb too. So now anything we don't need just stays on the ground. What are you? 2 diamonds? Keep it on the ground. We'll drop it later, but we're gonna be here for a little bit because I want this to win and be ridiculous, right? So look up. So just bear with me, guys. If you want to tune out now and you don't want to watch this nightmare unfold, please feel free. You've stuck around long enough, so I want to say thank you if you have stuck around this long, because this is a disaster. My head doesn't even fit in screen anymore, but I think it's a disaster in the most perfect and beautiful way. And you know what? Bombs Are Key is also good enough for me to say come back this way and drop it, because we could just in case. You never know. You never know when you need to go from 0 back up to 70, right? But yeah, so thank you for sticking around this long if you have, and I'm sorry, but you know, if you are sticking around, how you doing? How you been? Welcome to the secret hour. You know, where everyone who isn't here for me left a long time ago, and everyone who is here for me has a lot to explain to me about why they're still trying to support through all this nonsense. Because even I would have given up on me. No, don't just take those. Leave them. So yeah, the reason we broke in the game, by the way, is because the dice shard is going to reroll every single one of these things on the ground into potentially something useful for us. We're at max speed, no point. So we're just going to keep going until we keep like dropping more and more stuff. And ooh, there's a chance that, yeah, the game's not going to want to keep spawning stuff for us, which is fine. It's okay. You know, we don't need to keep having stuff spawn, but I would like to. More useful for us to drop 2 things rather than 1. But we also need HP, right? We're not just having a laugh with this. We are here because we do want to survive. We are still laughing a little bit. Don't get me wrong. We're still goofing because there's many things I still want to do, and I am still like, yeah, we're just taking all the size up hills we can. But also, you know, we need HP. We need to survive this. We need to find a way out. And the only out that I know of is to keep doing this until we have sustainable HP. So I think, yeah, that's a good sign. We should, yeah, because it didn't even want to spawn the bombs there. So we're gonna dice shard this. Okay, show me what you got. Nose Goblin, not good enough. Empress. Mask of Infamy is great. Happy to see that. Can I please pick it up though? Thank you. What else you got? One makes you larger? Don't mind if I do.
Makes you larger.
Why'd you hide it from me for so long? Oops. What else we got? Wooden cross. Oh. Good meme. But no, we don't want to keep wooden cross, so you just use it to open up that chest there. Is it we no longer have the effect. We just get Eternal Heart, Empress, Lemon Party. No, we don't. I don't think we need anything else in here. So we're gonna come back over here, pick these up. What are you again? Fuck up here. So yeah, we'll just use that. Bombs are key. Just use it. What are you? Hangman, don't care. Lemon Party. Sure, we'll run with Lemon Party. Oh, I can't even. I can barely fit through the door. Like, I assure you that I've never ever seen an Isaac get this big in a genuine run. And we could make him get bigger, but I just don't want to anymore. I've had my fill. So again, you've bore witness to what I like to do in Isaac, which is just destroy the game, and I've done it. You've witnessed the fruits of my labor, and I'm sorry, but also I feel I shouldn't apologize. So you're welcome, but also I'm sorry. There's one up there. Sorry. This whole situation took me off guard. I don't know what's happening. Okay. I'm so scared. Secret room. Hey, why not? Can't see anything. Help. Oh, you died. Cool. Yeah, I got nothing. You've lost me a long time. We're almost dead again. So yeah, Isaac, the great and terrible part about this is we have to kill Isaac with the pause button, and I can't see our orbital. So this is going to be another run where we have the game-winning combination of pause button orbital, and I can't use it this time. The first time I screwed it up for myself. That's my bad. You know, it is what it is. This time, or the first time, I just was bad and played poorly. This time, on the other hand, the bomb spawns are okay. That actually got kind of scary. Give me the explosive diarrhea. I actually want to use this.
Explosive diarrhea.
Because we need the HP. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. This is a loss, but it's a loss that I am shockingly okay with. I'm at peace with this one because we look so ridiculous that it doesn't matter. Don't matter, baby. So here, you know, could we? We'll spend a little bit of time digging for HP. We will. Let me in. Thank you. Great. We'll spend not long because I want to get out of this run. I want to be free. I've been doing this for too long.
I found pills.
But if we come in with some HP, this could actually be a ridiculous run and a win, right? So we're just gonna try for a little bit.
Lemon party.
Try and purge a lot of the pills that don't matter if we purge them. It's a luck upgrade, speed downgrade, luck downgrade. But yeah, I lost the plot so long ago that I don't even know what to tell you anymore. Like I got nothing left in the tank, really. is where this one ends up.
Temperance.
I wish I had so much more to say to you. Ooh. I wish I could tell you that everything would. Well, at least thank you for paying out with a demon heart. I wish I could tell you that that my controller disconnected. No, I wish I could tell you that I could promise this would never happen again, or that I could salvage this commentarily. I can't. It's so far gone. I lost it so long ago that it's nothing but a faint memory to me now. Ah! And actually, like, we can also just try and bomb Isaac to high heck too. So we're just gonna do that now. Couldn't even and didn't even see him. We won. Oh, that's the least deserved win I've ever seen. We're so big. And we fit in the box. Can you believe it? Isaac's tears. The Polaroid! Let's go! We can do the chess now. What a horrible run for that to happen on. That one, ooh boy. Everything about that laugh at the end, me getting huge, the new microphone. This has been a disaster and I love it. I hope you did too. If you did, please like this video. I need it. And if you watch this far, just know that I love you and you deserve so much more than what I could give you in this episode. So hopefully next time I'll offer something a little bit better for you. Thank you for sticking around. I'll see you in the next one. See ya.